This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Bachelorette parties are a little bit fun, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves the penis straws.
That's the worst aspect of it for me.
Is it?
I know, just all the
straw.
penis
on, just
paraphernalia.
Just that, yeah. It's the tackiness of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind a classy cocktail soiree, but
But you are next level.
Well, so you might be part of the problem then, actually, because those random little bachelorette parties with the penis straws and that sort of stuff, you know, they usually don't cost that much money, and well, they don't. It's
I know, I was just
it's not
thinking,
about
'cause you can buy 'em in bulk, can't
it
you?
never
Penis
used to be
straws.
about what it looks like. It was just about girls going out being stupid and having fun. This chick in Texas, she was so excited. She's never been asked to be part of a wedding party before.
Yeah, right.
And then finally someone says, I want you to be a bridesmaid. And she was so excited. And then they said, we're having a bridesmaid do and we're going to be doing it down at a beach house. And she went, oh, great. She thought literally, not even a beach house. She thought literally we were going down the day to the beach. And everyone's just going to hang out. She says, oh my gosh, how wrong was I? She has been given a giant list of things that she needs to pay for
right.
to go to this thing.
So this isn't to do with the wedding.
No,
this is just
The wedding is a
pre-wedding shenanigans.
Pre-wedding.
Okay.
So they've been all assigned colour-coordinated outfits, one for each day of 3 days that there will be, including assigned colour, a bikini for each day, a pink dress for a pink theme night, sparkly tots or glitter night, and so forth. So there's several different outfits she has to buy for
Well,
themes.
if you don't own that, you've got to buy it.
And she doesn't own any of that.
Yeah.
2 sets of lingerie per person to give to the bride.
What?
What? Yeah. She said that there will be 10 sets of lingerie for the bride then.
What?
Yes. 2, you have to buy...
You have to buy knickers for the bride.
Yeah,
So
lingerie.
the bride's going to do some kind of a fashion parade or something.
Yeah.
Or she's got irritable bowel syndrome.
She was,
We've got to make
she was
sure
like,
we've got it
photos or
covered.
it didn't happen.
There is... this is all being organised by the matron of honour, right?
Okay.
So also they've got to pay for food and all that sort of stuff on that, which is fine.
Yes, yeah, food
Which
and
is fine.
accommodation, yeah.
Yep. Custom trucker hats, she has to buy them. There's a few of those for each of the days. There is a custom matching pyjama set and robes they need to all buy. This is mandatory. You need to buy them. Custom T-shirts for over the weekend as well. She's also complained about the fact that they have to spend a couple of $100 on horse riding. She says, now look, I'm not against horse riding. She goes, but we come from a rural area. We all own horses.
Yes.
And she said, so
it's
us,
not
us
special.
paying
Yes.
money to do something that we do
Yeah.
on a daily basis back at our place.
Seems ridiculous.
Anyway, so she's sort of pushed back and complained about some of this stuff, and she is getting just
So what was the
negativity.
total in all?
Over $1,000 just
Yes.
for this weekend.
Yes,
She
and
said,
that's not to do with
No.
bridesmaid dresses, shoes, hair,
this is
makeup
all this
and everything. This is
custom
just
printed stuff, this crazy
This is
stuff.
just for the bridesmaids' weekend away ahead of the wedding.
And she sort of said, she goes, what is happening to the world these days? She goes, none of us can afford to do this. Everything is so over the top. She thinks this is all for Instagram.
Yes.
Which it probably is. People jump down to the comments straight away. And I love this woman. She goes, standard in my circle was pizza and wine followed by a chick flick. The guests generally chipped in to buy a nightie for the bride.
Yeah.
Oh, that's boring as. What
No,
a
but
shit night
when
that'd
she
be.
needs 10 sets of lingerie.
But now you're part of the problem.
No,
That's
I'm
right.
not. No
We
one's
can't
going to have
afford
pizza and
these
just get in
Instagram
our
stuff.
pyjamas together at
Well,
a hen's
what's ridiculous about this is the number of coordinated outfits. Like one T-shirt where everybody goes, you know, bridesmaid to be, that's a bit of fun. Yes, that's
Sparkly
fine.
dress,
It's
mandatory?
30, it's
Yeah.
$30,
Yeah.
but the rest of it is just
She's the only person
too
that's
over the
pushing
top.
back. And she's going, look, I can't afford all of this. And now they're looking at her like she's a monster. One other guy jumped on there and said that he was invited to a Bucks night and he went along to it. Bucks do. It was a full day of golfing. He doesn't golf at all. And he said it was very expensive to do golfing. And then at the end of the day, they all turned around and said, oh, hey, let's just make a night of it and let's all get our hotel rooms together and we can all split a room. And he goes, we live in the same city as the golf course. He goes, I want to go home. So he said, no, I can't afford it. I want to go home. And he got ostracised from the group of people.
Yeah, that'd be standard.
After that.
It's a bit over the top.
After that.
So we're talking about when people go completely over the top, like the bridesmaids' weekend away cost. We've got to fork out for so many different outfits, including 2 sets of lingerie for the bride.
What is with that?
I'd be straight down to Kmart. There you go.
I just don't think that we
Sort
are
out.
currently living in a world where people can tolerate such over-the-topness because your wallet doesn't
Yeah,
translate.
cost of living crisis.
God.
Come on.
Hey,
read the news.
Amberly.
Hello, how are you?
Good,
Hey,
Ambs.
Amberly.
All right, Amberly, what have you experienced that's just a bit over the top?
It was my 21st birthday 2 years ago, and our family friends, 4 of our families went down south,
Yeah.
and all up it was about 10 grand that they spent, and we got merch every day. Every day was a theme, so we all did dancing when we were little. And so I think the first day was Purple People Eaters. So we had the little hat, and we had Purple People Eater T-shirts on, and we all went to the wineries. So, yeah, we had merch, coffee mugs, bags. We had Peter Alexander 90s with our
that's a
logo
must.
engraved.
Amberly, you're saying it was your 21st, one of the people?
Yes, yeah, I was one of the three girls.
You voted, because you would have to have a discussion, wouldn't you?
So were you a part of the decision-making process?
No, so it was all down to our mums, so they planned all of it for us. We had no idea. So each morning we would... it was Love Island theme, so they...
that's great.
Oh, my God.
Love Island theme.
Yeah, they brought a fire pit, so we would have to all... we'll get a text in the morning for adults who are in a different house to the parents.
Yes.
We'll get a text and say, please hang around the fire pit. So we'd all go to the fire pit and we'd get texts like they do in Love Island, and to introduce like what we had set for the day.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my God, Emily, this is too much. Did you
That's
think
pretty
it was
funny.
too much, or were you, like, loving it every minute
That's
of it?
pretty funny.
Well, I mean, it was my birthday. Of course I loved it.
Yeah.
Can I just say, isn't it so funny, the cultural shift, right? So,
Yeah.
so our parents look at something like Love Island, they go, that is trash, I don't want my children anywhere near it, right? The new generation of parents...
Yeah, they've leaned in.
They've leaned in. So, you know, we have Caitlin Bassett's dad, he loves watching that sort of
He
stuff.
does, he does.
And here's your friend's parents organising a Love
But
Island
also,
theme.
remember our 21st? It was like a keg in the backyard.
Oh, mate.
100%.
Like, that's it. And
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
And we loved it. And everybody loved it. Everybody
Yeah.
had a great time.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
think-
5-day extravaganza.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emily. We're going to call her Kylie. Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Kylie.
Hi, Kylie. Okay, talk to us about when people went a little bit too far.
So I was invited to a birthday party. I'm not going to say the age because I think it's a bit of a crack up.
Okay.
You rock up and there's like a petting zoo, a foam ball pit, and then vans, like food vans. So many. I don't even know what I end up eating because I was like, I'll just go to every single one of them.
Yeah.
They had cocktail bars. They had
Cocktail bars.
More than one.
and- yeah. There was two. So there was like your creamy ones and then your not so creamy
Oh,
ones.
okay, yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah, so separated like that. And then, it was, you went around, there was an au pair area where you could, or your nanny area where you dropped your kids off and they could, like, do face painting. It was like a full-blown...
Like Coachella for
carnival.
children.
So-
But if that's
Yeah,
not at the
yeah.
cost of yourself to going, you would lap it up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she ate
Oh,
everything.
I had an absolute ball, hey.
Yeah, well,
I
wouldn't
can't
you?
even remember half the night after the cocktail bar. It was the first birthday party.
First birthday.
You told
Okay.
us you weren't going to say the age.
Until the end, she did a reveal.
Oh,
Sean.
reveal.
It was
Okay,
a reveal.
sorry.
So, Kylie, when that happens, are you a parent?
I'm a parent now, and I'm like, mate, we're going to lollipops, and I
Yes.
feel like I'm splurging on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that's
I'm
the thing. That's the
up.
expectation. The standard gets set, and then everybody's like, do I have to measure up to
Yeah.
that?
What
That's
is-
crazy.
Do you take that on board, Sharon, as a parent these days? When you,
Kylie.
Kylie, when you're as a parent these days, you're looking at a situation and you're going, wait, there, that's it. Now I feel like that's expected of me. Do you feel that?
Do you know, I'm the parent that's like, no, I'd rather have my kids experience life rather than
Yeah.
experience. And, we've got memberships to different zoos, zoos, to Aqua, and it's something that we can go and do, 20 times, and the kids won't be bored. Where a birthday party, you're not going to remember a first
Yeah.
birthday.
No, you don't.
No,
You
you don't. You
No,
don't.
but you will. You loved it.
You had a great time. There were 2 cocktail bars. Thanks, Carly. Sharon's in Jindalee. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Great,
Sharon.
Shaz. Okay, when did somebody go a bit over the top?
So my friend lives in the UK and she sent me some photographs and videos of like a party and I wasn't actually sure what it was. So there's beautiful table decorations with photographs on the table, big 6-foot letters of somebody's name,
Wow.
and everyone was dancing on the dance floor. It just looked like the best party. I said, must be a wedding, but it just had one name, and I just couldn't work it out. And then when I messaged, it was actually a wake.
I was awake.
It was a wake.
Somebody went that over the top for a wake.
That's
A
great.
wake. It had 6-foot letters of the guy's name who passed, and photographs on the table, and sent us like decorations with flowers, and I've never seen nothing like it. It was so over the top.
Oh my God! So I wonder if that was his request
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
be
I want
over
everybody
that
to
top
see-
in death.
Or maybe
or
he's just an amazing guy and everybody really wanted to
I
celebrate his
want
life.
my life to be celebrated.
Yeah.
I mean, people say that regularly.
But
Yeah, I know, but that's it's a plate of sandwiches and maybe some sausage rolls. Like, you don't...
Yeah, we want the music pumping,
Yeah.
everyone having a good time.
Yeah. But, like, your name in giant lit up letters.
Yeah, Sean wants that.
Yeah. Nathan, the NBA finals have been on, which I've been watching amazingly, the next level of basketball. Jesus, good to watch. But you've been following something that's just got your attention as well.
As we know, anyone that listens to this show, I don't like lies. So
You
when I
don't?
see one, I have to really
Call
point
it out. Call it
and
out.
it's got to do with Bronny James. That's LeBron James's son.
Yeah.
So they've been dying to get him into the draft so he
People
can
wanna
play
see
at
him-
the same
yeah.
time. And
But-
LeBron said basically saying, he's
Yeah, so a few
he's
years
sticking
ago,
around for that to happen.
A few years ago, LeBron said his aim is to play with alongside
Yeah.
his son. Wherever his son gets drafted to, then he's a good chance to move to, is what he
Now,
said.
they're saying the
amazing.
LA Lakers are most likely to draft him just so they can keep LeBron around.
Yeah, and it's gonna sell a lot of tickets.
Yeah. So anyway, so can he play? So apparently he's not
It's
that
good.
bad, you know. But he had to go in front of the NBA's fitness to play panel because he had a cardiac arrest last year due to a congenital heart defect.
Yeah, so he hadn't played all season.
Yeah.
Everybody's wondering
Yeah.
how much he's developed.
Yeah. So they have to officially do all these things at this draft thing, and one of the things is measuring people's height. And he has been known for his entire basketball career as 6'4", and he is actually 6'1".
They
decent
are
lie.
saying they measured him without his shoes on
Yeah.
at 6'1".
Yep.
So that's how you measure your height, without your shoes
Yeah.
on.
I know.
Now,
What are they
they've
doing?
said that 6'1" guys who average 5 points a game in college usually don't get drafted. I sure do wonder what's different in Bronny's case.
We know what's different. His last name is what's
Yeah.
Oh,
different.
yeah. No,
It's- I
he's
mean,
pretty good. He's
It's
pretty good.
Nepo baby stuff.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. For
But-
sure. Like, if he wasn't LeBron James's son...
Would he get drafted?
Would he get drafted?
Yeah, he would.
Would he?
Yeah, he would. Don't believe this. He would get drafted 100%. He's an All-American junior and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's a really
Yeah.
good player. But you're 100% right, Nathan, because when they measure, they go on their wingspan. Like,
Yeah.
he's got a
Yeah.
7-foot wingspan, and he's 6'5". That means we can play him in all
Yes.
these
Yes.
different positions.
So I've never been in a scenario where I have lied about my height, or I felt like I've needed to lie about my height. I'm 6'3", and so I'm.
Are you?
Yeah,
At the measuring
am
tape?
I? But like I've never been in that scenario. I know it happens in the dating world.
Yeah.
But like if you were lying about your height, they're going to find out
Do you reckon they fudge a bit in the footy record, Sean?
because you're your height.
No, I don't
Really?
think they do. No, I don't, because I was always measured at 179.5, which is half a centimetre off obviously 180, which is 5'11". So
Yes.
5'11". I always wanted to be for some reason as a man, I always wanted to be 6 foot. That was like
and
the
I think
starting
that's the
point.
thing. There's
Oh, so
an
you-
attitude that being 6 foot makes
So
you
I'm
more
5'11".
manly. And so
Does that
do you round
so that
up?
played on you?
I
is it
reckon I
in
was
the
like,
mix
I
in
wish I
your
was
head?
taller, yeah. But then when I started playing footy, I saw myself as being taller out there. I don't know, maybe because I was standing next to
you're
Belly
playing
or someone
AFL.
a lot of the times.
But
I
also,
don't know.
your chest is puffed out. You're doing
yeah,
well.
I think that's the thing.
Yeah,
Is-
it's confidence.
Is 2 metre Peter actually 2 metres?
Yeah, he's absolutely 2 metres.
Right. Because that would be a great lie if he wasn't.
2 metre Peter.
So I know that. Basketballers. There's
Yes.
a reason to lie about your
Yeah,
height.
yeah.
I know that the dating world there'll be people that lie about the height, even though when you meet them, you're going to know
Yeah,
the truth.
well,
'cause you
when
can't
anybody
hide your
meets them,
height.
like, I mean, if a basketball player comes from America
Yeah,
to play for the
yeah,
Wildcats and he
yeah.
said he's 6'4" and he's 6'2", you notice the difference.
Is this happening in the women's world? Because I know we just mentioned because
What,
some guys,
women lying about height. I
Yeah.
think it's only if they're super tall.
Yeah, or
Okay,
maybe,
yeah.
like, I mean, flight attendants have to be a certain height. Maybe you would, but I mean, they're going to measure you
But
at
that's
some
just
point.
not just women. That's flight attendants.
Yes.
It's men or women. You
Yeah.
can't. My brother
Yeah.
wanted to be a flight attendant and he couldn't because he was too tall.
he's too tall.
Sam, who does our digital content. Sam, you wanted to be a flight attendant,
Yeah, when I was like 18.
and
I was too short.
Did you consider, like, fudging?
Yeah.
Did you, so did
I
you...
thought about it because it was definitely in the centimetres.
So do you do an online application where you have to write your height
Yeah.
in? And so
And
at that
then-
moment, you're like, maybe
Yeah,
if
I
I
also
just
had
fudge
people
it
who
a
were
bit.
like working at the place, and so they were like, you have to be this high.
Oh, so they
You
will
have to be
actually measure you.
You have to be able to reach the top,
Yes.
like a, I don't know what it is, like a lever or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like that, and the overhead
Yeah, but have you
lockers.
got your
and
long
things.
arms? Because that can make
Yes.
up for it.
I do have long arms, but the problem is my legs are short.
but also like basketball. Don't they incorporate how high you can jump?
That's right.
We are talking about people that lie about their height. Inspired by Bronny James, who has been telling everybody for years he's 6'4". Turns out this is LeBron James kid. Turns out he's 6'1".
We just did a
6'1",
little
mate,
line
come
up
on.
here in the studio with everyone because our
Yes.
boss Dave thinks he's 175 centimetres. Put it up next to Sean. Sean, you are.
I'm 180.
And
I've been measured
it
1,000
does not look
times
like
over.
you are.
I'm more than 5 centimetres
You're
taller
more,
than David.
yes.
Yeah.
And then Ali thinks that he's lying about his age too.
His age?
Not his age.
no, sorry,
his
his height. His
And
height.
his
sorry.
age.
No, he's definitely 80.
That's what we're talking about. Here's Jody in Southern River. Morning, Jodes.
Morning.
Hi,
Hey, Jody.
Who's been lying about their height, Jody?
Well, I've been on 2 dates with guys that I've met on dating apps, and they've both claimed to be about 5'10", and when I've met them, we've been the same height.
And what
how-
do
I'm
you?
5'5".
Yeah.
So,
Do
okay.
you bring it up, Joe, straight away? Because that's a big ruse.
One of them I did.
Yes.
Because I kind of seen them another time, and I got a tape measure out, and I measured. I was like, no, we're the same height.
You pulled out a tape measure. Well, good, because she'd been stung before, so she went, okay, I'm going prepared this time.
Nathan, can you bring out a tape
You know
measure
what
to
they
somebody?
say?
You can. No, you can. You can. Because if you're going to go there, because you know what? If you're going to lie about your height, prepare to be measured.
I think remember the adage, measure twice, cut once.
Yeah,
John.
exactly.
So-
So, Jody, would you have been put
call.
off this guy if you knew his correct height?
No, I wouldn't have. I'd just be honest with you.
yes.
Don't lie about it.
But also, they don't have to enter their height on their profile, do they?
Oh, but then they're
I
hiding
don't.
something.
I never do.
That means they can't reach the keys to put it in. nah, good to mistrust that.
Thanks, Jody. John's in Rockingham. Hello.
Hey guys, how you going?
Good,
Good,
John.
John.
Who lied about their height, John?
A friend of mine's dad, when he joined the police in WA, there used to be a height requirement. He was a few centimetres short and used to stuff yellow pages in his shoes.
Well, like,
Best use of the yellow pages ever.
He must have been amazed when insoles came out.
Heel lifts or
He made
something.
a 30-year career out of it.
30 careers
amazing.
on standing on the success of the Yellow Pages.
yeah, that's right. I mean,
Lasted longer than what they did.
he would have been screwed if he had to, like, measure any
Do it
socks.
now. Or
know.
now. There's no one's got phone books.
That's a
No.
great point.
How would he do it?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so fun. And back in the day as well, they didn't check things as much.
No, that's right.
You know
No,
what
they
I
just
mean?
went
No,
with
now
it.
you wouldn't be able to get
And
away
they
with it.
they just trusted them.
They don't have. I mean, that dropped out a few years ago, didn't it? The height factor in the old cops.
Yeah, we
because
think
you know
so.
why? Because it's good to have tiny police. They can get in the nook and crannies
That's
of
right.
crime.
That's right. They're good for the mounted police section because they're like jockeys.
They're amazing. And then the really tall police, they can get crimes off tall shelves.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
And we've got Stephen K Amos with us.
In the house,
and
in
you
the
just
house.
hinted you're going to
Yeah.
be starring in a movie.
Well, do you know, I've got my...
Starring?
Again, it was one of the...
Yes, Darren.
when I've been to a movie theatre. No, I was saying earlier about me trying to do different things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got a little part in my first movie, and it's not OnlyFans. It's it's a sequel to a very, very popular 1980s
Okay, let's guess.
comedy horror film.
Comedy
Evil Dead?
horror.
What?
Evil Dead? something
No.
Like that. Am I in the
Ghostbusters.
rain?
No.
Comedy horror.
Comedy horror.
Freddie Krueger.
No,
What?
that was just horror.
That was just
1980s,
horror.
did you say?
1980s.
Comedy
Think late 80s.
horror.
Really famous director.
Where's no, not Wes.
No.
No.
I can't say it three
Okay.
times.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Don't say it
Don't,
again.
don't.
Say it again.
That's really interesting. So,
Yes.
Winona Ryder, yes,
Yeah.
she's in it.
Yeah.
So it's so Gina Davis no longer in it.
She's not in it, no.
Okay, so it follows Winona, and it would be Winona's children.
Yeah.
How exciting! Because Winona had a big resurgence off of the
Yes.
success of Stranger Things.
Yes. And she was
So
lovely.
good.
I met her on set.
Did you?
And she was like, oh my
I
God.
love her.
Stephen Amos, the comedian. You're so funny. Let's exchange information. We can be friends.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh
I've
my
not-
God!
I've
Did
not
you
heard
go?
from
Oh
her.
my God! You too. I loved it. I loved it when you went shoplifting. Remember when
No,
she
I
went
didn't say that.
No,
No.
remember when she went shoplifting?
Stop
Yes,
that.
that's the biggest
No,
thing.
but like it
We're
didn't
not
make me
talking
dislike her.
about-
I loved her. I loved her. It's like, oh,
Leave
Winona
her
Ryder
alone.
shop life. That's great.
Leave her alone.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I
still
love
waiting
her.
to hear from her.
Really? Have you sent her a text?
Yes.
What'd you
of
say?
course. It's me.
And did she not
Hello?
respond? Did she read it? Was it delivered?
Have you
Did
been
she-
left
did it
on
read?
red?
Yeah. I mean,
You know why?
It doesn't
no,
hurt that much.
answer. She thinks it's a Nigerian scammer.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh my God!
So what's your part in it?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the roles?
Yes. Well, I can't tell you the roles
You're a
specifically,
ghost
but yes.
Yes, you're. Yeah.
But it's a really, really elaborate scene, and it's really fun.
Oh, really?
And
That's so cool.
When you think about Tim Burton and his
Yes,
mind,
yes.
it's just like, yeah.
And
That's so cool.
remember what it looked like to us. It was a visual treat. Now, if you look at Beetlejuice, I mean,
go, oh my
their
God,
effects were so terrible. What they could do with it now will be amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And Michael Keaton back reprising the
good.
role. Wow.
That's amazing.
huge.
So you filmed this, Stephen?
Yeah,
already?
it's done.
When's it come out?
I think it's coming out in Australia anyway. I think September I read
Cool.
somewhere. The reason why I'm mentioning it now with such grandiose confidence is I got an email at the top of the year asking me of my correct spelling of my name for the credits.
Oh, so you haven't been, so you know you haven't been cut.
Can you imagine? I've been there before.
That is
I've
so
done a
funny.
whole series in the UK, and I told all my friends. I even discarded a few friends. You are dead to me. I don't want to see you again. And of course, the series was canned, and I didn't. And I was like, oh.
What was that series about?
Oh, it was about. It was like a game show, and it was called A Mob Rule.
Yeah.
And it was basically. It's like a question and answer. So we have contestants,
Yeah.
and then we'd ask 100 people
Oh,
what
100.
their opinions of something,
Yeah.
and then you'd have to guess what.
That's Andy
percentage.
Lee does it here. It's the
There's a
100.
show called The 100.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is it? Which
Exactly
is Mob
that.
Rule. Yep.
Oh, right, okay. Who does it?
Andy Lee.
Oh, I got Andy Lee.
Hamish and Andy.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. It's a big success here.
And they said it was the host that really pulled it through. It was going to be
It
chopped.
does,
but-
yeah. With the right host, that's
Right.
really
With the right
sore.
host, they'll do anything.
Oh, my God. Wow. What if I didn't come in this
Yeah,
morning?
exactly. Well, your confidence would be sky high.
I know.
So, Stephen, thanks for coming in.
Oh,
It's been
a joy to have you.
Oh, the joy's all been yours.
Stephen K Amos is still with us.
Yes.
And we're now attacking him
leaving.
about lasagna.
No, well, we just asked him because we've been asking the question, you know,
All week.
Yeah.
all week, which is, what is it, Wednesday? If about functioning adults who have never made a lasagna, we don't think you can trust them.
I beg to differ. I have made a lasagna many times.
No, you haven't.
By putting a nice pre-made one in the oven.
That's not making a lasagna.
That's not making. That's
it.
heating
That's not
lasagna.
making-
Oh,
But we have learned that you've made bolognese sauces, which is...
many times.
All
that's
we have to
the
do is the
first
layer
step.
thing, and it's...
Who wants to layer? I haven't got time to layer. I'm a busy man with a life to lead.
That's right. That's
I
how-
can
that's-
boil pasta
Yeah.
and make bolognese.
And if you do live his life and don't waste your time making lasagnas, that's how you and Winona Rhoda films, Sean.
Oh,
That's
okay,
how
yeah.
and we're not. All right, so...
You wanted a present
Oh,
because traditionally we give you a
Another
present.
question. As a grown adult in the shower, do you wash your feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Boom. That's a good one, isn't it? How creepy is that?
Yeah.
The amount of people who do not wash
Do
their
you
don't
just
wash my
assume
feet.
that the soap and water and stuff is going to wash your feet while you're standing there? Is that what you assume?
I guess I have, but
'Cause
I'm
you
always
go
in the
barefoot
ocean
in places,
as
yeah.
well, so my feet... Does everyone in this room... Sorry, can I ask... Do you wash your feet?
Yeah, and it's an effort because that's a long way down.
Yeah. Here, I do.
Harry?
No,
Of
not
course,
usually.
Harry's not going to.
Sam?
Sometimes.
Amy?
You don't.
Yeah, I scrub them with the
The loofah?
and the scour. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't go that. I don't go that
Yeah.
serious. It's not.
Yeah.
I was
not serving
stunned.
food.
Stunned. I was
Yeah.
stunned when I found out people don't wash their feet.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's a thing.
Can you start, please?
I mean, no offence, but pooh-wee.
All right, so you wanted something?
Yes,
Because usually
please.
you take something that I've ordered on the internet. Nothing's
Yes.
come through.
Oh,
would you like the right hand or the left hand?
Oh, right. Are you right-handed?
No, I'm left-handed.
Right hand then.
The right hand. Okay. This has been with us since 2008.
I don't like the sound of that.
This is
Oh.
actually. Sean isn't even part of this because it's before Sean. This is the Nova 937 Nathan and Nat's Worst Handball Player for 2008 award, and that goes to Stephen K Amos.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Did you want to see what the other hand had?
Yes.
That is the plush toy of syphilis.
Oh.
But I think you've got the real thing, so the trophy's better.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We heard about the couple that got engaged in the economy section of a Jetstar flight to Bali. And we thought, I don't know, is that the best possible spot?
Well, he wanted the speaker. I guess he wanted the people, to make a bit of a scene.
Because it's Jetstar flights also full of people flying Jetstar to Bali. You know what I mean?
And look, it's not as classless as you think. It wasn't a Bonza or a Zoot flight. Zoot, was that a thing? Scoot flight. Pricey's joined us right now. Pricey used to work on planes, didn't
Good morning. I did. I was wondering, I was thinking, did they have to buy their own champagne afterwards?
You would.
You would.
What a Jetstar. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
So I don't know if this is legit, but this is a story I heard from a friend about one of my friends, so I hope he's not listening. He proposed to his wife, so his wife, now wife, his partner was always known for not finishing her coffees. They'd be at a cafe and she just wouldn't finish the end of her latte. It was really weird.
Yeah, right.
So when he proposed to her, he dropped her engagement ring in the latte. And
knowing that she'll never finish it.
Yeah, so then when she got towards the end of it, he's like, are you going to finish that? And she's like, no. And he's like, I think you should. And so she did. And then
she choked.
Her engagement ring was just, at the bottom
in there.
of the
And then
glass.
it's just all wet and covered in milk.
And, coffee.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You can't just drop rings in things.
No.
I know. Imagine if she choked on it.
I know.
Or swallowed it.
Or walked away. and
Were they
left
just
it
at a
there.
cafe just here in Perth somewhere?
Yeah.
So,
on the river
do you
or
know what
something,
the reaction
probably.
was? Was there a...
Well, they're married now, so she obviously was
She
okay
looked
about
past
it.
Wow.
Yeah, but isn't that bizarre?
Yes.
I know. Your first duty as a fiance is to clean something.
Ange is in Spearwood. Hello.
Hi there. How you going?
Tell us
We're
your proposal
We're so
story.
sick of hearing the magical ones. Give us a slice of life.
So I will preface this by saying I'm happily married. I've been married for 23 years now.
But
my then boyfriend proposed to me on April Fool's Day, and his birthday is actually April Fool's Day. So that day we had been out helping a friend who had recently broken up with their long-term girlfriend move out. And then we went out for dinner down in Fremantle, and we had discussed getting married before, so I knew at some point in time he was going to be asking me, but I didn't think it was going to be April Fool's Day. And after dinner, we went and got an ice cream, and we went and sat in the car, and I was talking, and I talk a lot. And he said, for God's sake, would you just shut up for once? And I'm like, what? He goes, will you marry me? And I'm like, is that it?
Will you just shut up for once?
He was looking for a break in the conversation.
And you're just sitting in the car as well.
Sitting in the car, in a car park in Fremantle. You know, I think it was a dingy one just off the main strip as well.
The slight smell of urine.
The parking inspector hovering.
It was actually a Saturday night, and I said, oh, my God, we can't tell everyone that this is how I got proposed to in a car park in Fremantle and being told to shut up.
So did you make something up then?
We did. We drove up to Point Walter, and I found a nice tree.
And you did it again? You did it again?
And that's what we told everyone for around 10 years, that he proposed to me up at Point Walter under a nice
Overlooking the river.
I love it. No, this isn't what we're doing.
No.
Let's do it again. Hey, but I do have to say, if you are unsure that they're going to say yes, April Fool's Day is the perfect time to do it, because then you can
take it
as
back.
elaborate as you are, you can always go, April Fool's.
Yeah.
It's actually clever if you don't know how much your partner loves you.
And if you're not sure how they're going to react when you tell them to shut up first.
Maybe use drop shut up from a proposal.
Yes. Yeah.
Just,
Write this down.
err on the side of caution.
Jackie's in Adderale. Hi, Jack.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Jackie.
Talk to us about your proposal, Jackie.
So mine was in Canada. My husband is Scottish. I'm Canadian. And he had booked a hot air balloon trip. And it was sort of like the time was coming where his visa was ending, so he was on a time crunch of when he had to do it. And it kept getting cancelled because of the wind. The winds have to be right.
Yeah.
So I think there was 3 weekends in a row where potentially we were supposed to do this hot air balloon that kept getting cancelled, which I obviously didn't know about. And so then a Saturday morning, sound asleep in bed, he comes in his undies, a glass of champagne, And I wear glasses, and I roll over going, what are you doing? And he's down on one knee, and he starts rambling, and I'm going, where are my glasses? I can't see what's going on. And so then he finds my glasses, and he's so frustrated with me, and then I'm like, oh, my God, are you proposing? I was like, do it again. I wasn't ready.
I know, but also, like, why didn't he put some pants on? Why did he have to be in his undies?
Because
it's easier for her to see his ring that way.
Oh, God. And then so that was the Saturday morning. And then on the Sunday, he gets the call going, oh, my gosh, I'm going to take you hot air ballooning. It's going to happen today. So the following day, we go out on the hot air balloon after he proposed to me in his undies Saturday morning.
Oh. Yeah. So
he couldn't wait. He wasn't sure.
I didn't realise there was so many women out there that have said, do it again.
I know somebody that did. In fact,
do it again.
We worked with her. Her her boyfriend at the time just took her for a walk in a park at lunchtime on her lunch break and proposed in the park, and she was devastated. Made him take her down south for a weekend away and do it properly.
So this is my thing, right? Say hot air.
And that was a while ago.
Say the Eiffel Tower, right? So Amy, our producer.
Yeah.
If you're on a trip and you've been going out with someone for a fair while, and then you go to something like the Eiffel Tower, you're getting proposed to. Same as like if you've been going out for a while and then they're adamant that we're going on a hot air balloon. It's a guy's idea to go on a hot air balloon. Yeah. You know you're getting proposed to, don't you?
I mean, you'd suspect. You'd be thinking it.
Yeah.
You'd be looking for jewellery store receipts, that's for sure.
Let's finish off with Liz in Balcatta. Hey, Liz.
Hiya.
Hey.
All right. What happened when you got proposed to, Liz?
I was working at a fish shop at the time, being a fish filleter, and I got home from work and went into the bedroom to get undressed, have a shower to get all the fish off me. And
this proposal has too much fish in it already.
And I sat on the bed, and he had a piece of paper that he'd written out with all the things he wanted to say. Didn't remember any of them. And proposed to me, and then said, and we're getting picked up for dinner in like an hour and a half or so.
But why didn't he propose
to
at
celebrate?
the dinner? Why didn't he propose at the dinner? When you're not, stinking of fish. What?
Yeah,
Did he not
so
want the
I was thinking
crowd?
of fish, and then just sat around twiddling my thumbs till we got picked up for dinner.
So, okay, so you've been with him for a fair while, so you've had time to analyse this and then ask follow-up questions. So what is the answer to why didn't he propose at dinner and instead propose to you in the bedroom when you were covered in fish?
I have absolutely no idea, to be honest, but not a lot changed, and we're not married anymore.
So there we go. That's a reason not to propose to someone when they smell like fish.
I know that a lot of people say women overanalyze, but how can you not? How can you not? How can you not sit there and really study that case?
We found a good one.
And I get that sometimes the guy's just nervous and he wants to get it over and done with or whatever. But still, I mean, come on, pick your moment. Literally just wait an hour.
Yeah. At least sniffer.
He got his just rewards, though, don't you reckon?
If there's a bunch of cats hanging around.
No longer with him. It's like,
yeah, that's a great point.
That's it.
Yeah, but she smells like fish.
But you can fill it a fish.
I would live
never
too.
fill it a fish.
Yeah,
I've never filleted a fish.
That is a great skill.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.